Going to be doing things a little bit differently this time round. The fact is, I have a lot I want to talk about, and regarding Phasmophobia, if I told you, you wouldn't believe me. So I thought it would be better if I show you. Now, before I get too much into it, on screen now are all the titles that I want to talk about, or should I say, the majority of the titles that I want about. Basically, the main focus of this video. But before talking about Phasmophobia, I think I should address why I need to talk about Phasmophobia. But yeah, you know how I said if I told you about this game you wouldn't believe me? I've been practicing. Here's the thing, right? Saying that I am good at this game is an understatement, and I know there's including the in-between video. There are 21 videos on this channel where me and Panj are less than good, putting it mildly. So yeah, let me just quickly get my usual setup. The thing is, as I said, I do need to address why this game needs to be addressed. Now, if my timing is right, and also why I'm not sprinting, I'll explain that in a bit. So, the reason why I need to talk about this game is, hopefully with my timing of this video... Did I just see a cold breath? Yeah, with my timing of this video, hopefully I've done everything right, where Dino Crisis will be getting released very soon. And the thing is, when I tried recording that game, I bought a brand new microphone. But the problem is, I assumed everything would be fine. I just plug it in. Okay. Just give me a minute. Actually, no, I want that. Yes, so. Orbs. Okay. So yeah. When it comes to Dino Crisis, I bought a brand new microphone, plugged it in, did 3 hours of recording, and then the following day, where I planned on prepping the footage, I realised that the audio was absolutely terrible. Hang on a minute, why did I do ghostwriting? I realised that... Oh, don't be a Hantu, please don't be a Hantu.
Oh, okay.
Can you... There we fucking go. I fucking knew it. Right. It's a fucking mimic. Right. Saying how it is, trying to explain what I needed to talk about. While doing this, I kept losing my train of thought. So, I'm going to assume that I've just muted the camera, maybe even sped things up a bit, I don't know, edit round it. But one thing I will leave in is the fact that I said, please don't be a Hantu. There we go, defo a mimic. Because the thing is, as I said before, me and Panj, we have gotten really good at this game. And as a rule of thumb, if it's a Hantu, always double check with the spirit box. And as you've just seen, there was no reason to believe the spirit box would work based on the fact that we got ghost orbs and the fact that we got ghost orbs and UV. But I still chose to mess with the spirit box, and I was right.
Oh my god!
Crunchy. With playing that little game, thinking that I could talk over this and clearly losing my train of thought, right, I'm just going to say how it is. With Dino Crisis, I tried to record it with a brand new microphone, spent 3 hours doing the recording. The following day, tried to prep the footage, realised even though it was a new microphone, the audio was terrible. Now, I don't know if I'm going to show a teaser clip, but what I can tell you is I was left with really 3 options. I either re-record Dino Crisis, but since you won't get my first reaction to things, then it's not going to be as good, or I could use that footage. Because saying how it is, I don't like fake reactions. When a YouTuber or content creator in general does it, I think it's cringe, so I refuse to do it in my videos. But then I realised a third option. The third option being, why not re-record it? But when I reach a point where I had you could say my first reaction to something like something in a cutscene, why not merge the first recording session with the seconds? Even though these recording sessions took place 2 days apart, you wouldn't know unless I pointed it out. So, with that being said, put yourself in my shoes. When I realised I had to revisit that game, I had to re-record it and I wasted 2 days off my time. I basically told Panch, do you want to play Phasmophobia? Not to record, just for fun. And as you've just seen there, it's safe to say that we've had many attempts. And with the difficulty that we were playing it on, custom difficulty, so you had ×5. Just going to quickly go through this so you can see what we usually play it with. Bollocks. Okay, back to that. Yeah. And then there you go. And of course, there you go. So of course, the reward is quite high. The difficulty is arguably quite high. And I did it with ease. So, what does this mean for Phasmophobia content? Because as I've already explained, I've got a lot I want to talk about. And the main reason why I want to talk about Phasmophobia is the issues I had with Dino Crisis. Now, before I do continue, Dino Crisis, it was a requested game. For those who don't know, I did play Dino Crisis 2, basically for nostalgia. I played it as a kid, I really loved it, and I basically said in my own words, if you want to see me play the first game, let me know. That's why it's coming to the channel. So, that's what you can expect very, very soon for the main focus. But regarding Phasmophobia, I remember discussing with someone in the comment section. That, in short, what do I do knowing that episode 16 through to 20 it's got a bit of a different feel to it? And they made the suggestion of why not call episodes 1 through to 15 season 1 and call episode 16 onwards season 2. Now here's the thing, I like that idea, but I can't really do that because in my opinion, and with those who I've discussed this with, we agreed that that could be misleading. People might see it as Phasmophobia 2 and it could be classed as clickbait. Don't want to enter that territory. Now here's the thing. I do like that idea. So if I was to revisit this game, why not have it in a separate playthrough? Maybe even just call it Phasmophobia Revisited. Knowing all too well if we were to make more Phasmophobia content, the first 20 episodes, we're definitely getting more losses than wins, we're messing about more, whereas now, literally in a couple of minutes, I've just done it in a fraction of the time with ease. And no reason to believe it was going to be a mimic. I trusted my gut and turns out I was right. And in fact, just for argument's sake, while I'm giving this speech, I might actually just load up some more attempts. Why not? The point is this. Because Panj and I have gotten that good at it, and we have even wanted to bring Kara into this as well, we do want to make more Phasmophobia content. We really do. But we can't see it being entertaining. We feel it would be boring, knowing all too well. The fact is me trying to talk over playing it, and I was losing my train of thought because I was so focused in what I was doing and with how quickly we'd done it. Literally the average of getting a mission done is about 4 or 5 minutes. We can't see it being entertaining. So we do feel that a break is necessary. We do want to make more Phasmophobia content, but we've gotten that good at it. We can't see how it'll be entertaining. That being said, what can we do? There are other games like Phasmophobia, and of course, if we do revisit this game, Kara would be there with us. So again, we do want to make more Phasmophobia, but unfortunately, unexpectedly, because of the issues we had with, well, the issues that I had with Dino Crisis, Phasmophobia content may be getting delayed. But for those who favourite Phasmophobia above all else, I've done my research. There will be games like Phasmophobia coming to the channel. And one last thing I want to quickly say about this game. Game devs, you need to fix this. I nearly won, and my friend defied physics. Okay, so moving on to the next game that was requested. Now, saying how it is, after Dino Crisis, there is another game that Kara has asked me to play, and I've given her my words. It's only a short game, but I'm not going to say more. I'm going to leave it as a bit of a surprise. But then what I'm hoping to do after that is the game that was quite recently requested. Quickly talking about Telltale's The Walking Dead. Now, the last message from each you video that I done, I basically explained why making that kind of content is, in short, problematic. The fact that video's an hour long is enough reason why I don't want to get into too much detail about it. But this is for The Walking Dead fans. Now, I hope I'm reading this right. The Walking Dead Destinies. Now, I know that this game has been rated poorly, but yous know my style of editing. You know my style of editing, you know my humour. I reckon, even if this game is as bad as people are claiming, I can still make it entertaining. So, I do have full intentions of playing it. Will I do a full playthrough? If I'm being brutally honest, I don't know. But the reason why I've actually loaded it up now is one of the issues people have is the graphics. So, I'm just going to quickly load up a save, not with the intent of playing. I'm just going... Yeah, confirm it.
You fucking what, mate?
Right. That...
Nurse? Somebody help me.
Right, that might be good enough. I mean... Yeah, do you know what? That might be good enough. That might be good enough. Right, I'm not playing anymore. Right. The reason... Fucking wires... The reason why I wanted to load up this game, like I said, one of the issues people have is the graphics. So, hopefully, while I'm giving this little speech, I'll actually be messing around with the footage you've just seen. Hopefully trying to... using my skills while editing. Going back to Phasmophobia, I know some people have made comments about the brightness of the game, asking how have I made it so that you can see in the dark, and spelling it out for them, I just basically said I can't see in the dark. What you're seeing is what I've done while editing. So that has kind of given me a bit of confidence. Can I adjust the settings of this game to make it a little bit more appealing? So hopefully, as I am giving this speech, hopefully I have figured something out to make it look a little better. If I have or haven't at this moment in time, I don't know. But the point is, hopefully after Dino Crisis there's going to be a short game that Kara has asked for, and hopefully after that I will be playing this. I have no idea if I'm going to be doing a full playthrough based on the negative reviews I have heard, both from you guys and of course the reviews themselves. All I do know is I reckon my style of humour, my style of editing, and this game could be a good combination. So, moving on to the next request. Now, there are two more requests that I want to talk about in particular. The first one, I'm actually going to have to get Google Translate up because I can't fucking read the name of the game. Literally just before making this video, I did reply to this individual. Now, they did request two games, one of them being Inscription. Now, unfortunately, that is a game I won't be able to play for the channel, even though it has been on my list for a very long time. But there's a good reason why I need to mention it. The reason why actually ties into Fatal Frame. Now, for those who haven't seen the post that I made when the final video got released, the full playthrough was out. That game, from start to finish, takes roughly 14 and a half hours. Roughly 14 and a half hours. But if you watch my playthrough of it, it'll only take you roughly 7 hours. I've said it 1,000 times, but that game, in my opinion, feels unnecessarily drawn out, and I basically, while I was making the videos, I either removed or sped up parts that I felt were unnecessary, and it just goes to show that the game is twice as long as the playthrough that I've done. But even though I've cut that game in half without removing important parts, from start to finish, from episode 1 being released to the final episodes, it took 3 months to get it on the channel in full. So, there's no other way of putting it. With the likes of Telltale's taking an insane amount of time to make while maintaining consistency with other stuff, when it comes to Fatal Frame, even though it was more doable because I was only making 15-minute videos, it still took 3 months from start to finish to get fully released. The point I'm getting at is there are so many games that I want to play on this channel, but unfortunately I can't due to the fact that they're just... Fatal Frame being a good example, as in, I think it's a good game, I think it's worth watching, but 3 months is a long time. So, if a playthrough is roughly 7 hours long and it takes 3 months to get fully released, because keep in mind, I can't make these videos longer because of how long they take me. Again, Telltale's is a good example. Season 4 alone took me a month to make and there's only 4 videos. So, there are games that I would like to play that you might want me to play that unfortunately I can't because they'll take too long. And this game in particular, Inscription, about 12 and a half hours. So if I was to play that in full, not knowing if there's going to be parts that I'm going to be cutting or not, that could be, again, a 3 month, like from episode 1 to the final, it could be 3 months. So I kind of want to focus on shorter games. It's like even with this Walking Dead game, just give me a sec. Again, with this Walking Dead game, it's estimated 6 hours. So we are talking, assuming I don't do any cuts, that could again be a long playthrough. I'm wanting more variety, I'm wanting shorter titles for the main focus. So whereas I have given my word that I want to play this game because I do think I could make it into entertaining content for yous, I don't want it to drag on. So all I can say regarding The Walking Dead Destinies, whatever it's fucking called, see what happens after the first recording session, after I prep the videos, because I might not finish it, because if it's one of them where it's just too bad and I'm not enjoying it, then I don't think I'll finish it. But if I am enjoying it, I can make it into entertaining content, and I can basically get through the game relatively quickly, then why not finish it? The point is, I am wanting shorter games. And speaking of shorter games, this individual who requested Encryption, I think it was called, they also mentioned Puppet Combo. Now this person, they did request the Puppet Combo games that are already on the channel, and at that point I was only playing Xbox games, and the games that are on this channel that are Puppet Combo related, those were the only ones available to me, because those were the only ones on console. Now that I'm starting to play more PC games, I can, if I really wanted to, play more Puppet Combo games. And with, what was it, Cannibal something? Cannibal Abduction, I think it was called. One sec. Cannibal Abduction, yeah. I've had a look. That's estimated about 2 hours long. So again, that's a nice short one, so why not? So see what happens with The Walking Dead, Destinies, whatever. Will I finish it? I don't know. Is it coming to the channel? Yes, it is. It's just going to be a bit of a wait. And then hopefully after that, I might play that Cannibal Abduction. Might. Because again, there are several other titles I am wanting to play, but I don't see why I shouldn't play this one. So really, the long and short of it is this. Using Telltales as an example, If I say something is coming to the channel, and I've said this several times, but I know that the channel has got a lot of attention recently. If I say something is coming to the channel, it's just a matter of when. Telltales is a prime example because even though it took me 2.5 years from the first episode of season 1 to the last episode of season 4, I gave my word it would come to the channel, and it has done. Granted, it took 2.5 years, but that was because I wanted to maintain content. Maintain consistency with all the other contents. And I suppose you could argue, why not just focus on what have you, like focus on Telltales, focus on this. I want to maintain consistency. I don't want to miss upload days. And again, using the likes of 7 Days to Die or Five Nights at Freddy's, these were titles, these were 2 out of several titles that were greatly delayed because of Telltales. But I'm rambling, moving on to my last points. Again, regarding requests, some of you might be aware, every Sunday now, I have released a Minecraft short. And on average, each Minecraft short takes me 5 hours. So far, the longest one has been 7 hours, and it's the one that, the Space Marine one. Now, hopefully, this won't happen. But because the average for making these is 5 hours, there could be a weekend where I don't upload a Minecraft short. Hopefully that won't happen, but I'm just giving you the heads up. But the reason why this relates to requests is, as I'm giving this speech, so far only 1 request has been made, and again, I've given them my word that I will be making the request that they've asked for. The long and short of it is this: again, it's just a matter of waiting because there are other stuff that I want to get made, well, first. Basically, a couple of shout outs to people who were incredibly supportive while I was working on Telltales. But I've ranted on long enough. The long and short of it is this: Phasmophobia, I am wanting to make more content of that, but of course there's going to be a waiting period because I don't want the content to be boring. Dino Crisis was requested, you are going to be getting that very soon. The Walking Dead Destinies, again, that was requested. Hopefully that's going to be getting made and released some point after Dino Crisis. But of course, there's a game that Kara has requested in between The Walking Dead and Dino Crisis. Don't really want to have long games on the channel, I don't want long games as a main focus because Fatal Frame, being a good example, is, 3 months to get it from start to finish. Cannibal Abduction, I'm hoping to get that on a channel at some point after The Walking Dead Destinies. And of course, Minecraft shorts. There may be a weekend without a Minecraft short because how long they take, prioritising everything else. But to wrap up this video, if I say something's coming to the channel, it's only a matter of time. So hopefully this video has been informative. I know this has been a long one, but at least it's not as long as the last one. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Like and subscribe.